Hello! Today we are going to have some fun making our own Snapchat filters. Now the way we're going to do that is using something called ML5 JS, which, if you're wondering what ML stands for, I'll give you a clue. It is machine learning. Now the 5, it's not because we're going to do it 5 times, it's for P5. So it's machine learning for P5 JS. Isn't that great? Now we're going to click here to get started, and I'm just going to show you what it has. So ML5 does a few great things. It does body pose, which we're going to do today, which, if you look here, it allows you to identify different parts of your body. You can see this. You notice how it's noticing my wrists, my shoulders, my elbows, my eyes, my ears, my nose. It can detect all those things. It can also do hand poses. Like if you wanted to do something for your hand, like if you want to make like a virtual Thanos' glove, you could have it like detect where your hands are, and you could like put those gemstones on it, right? You see how it's following my hand? It does face mesh. This is like if you want to make a mask. This is how Snapchat actually makes its like full-blown masks. They use this. It has 420 points on your face that it follows. See, it follows all these different points on my face, eyes, nose, mouth, all of it. It detects it. But really what we want to focus on today is this, the body pose. Now we're going to use this to make our Snapchat filter. You'll see I'm going to do, like, I'll probably do something simple like a clown nose with a pair of glasses, and you can see how it all works. But let's just get into it. So the way you're going to get this to work is you guys don't have to do this. Let me just be clear. I'll be doing this. Is first you have to import the ML5 library. Just like we did with P5 Collide, the same thing applies here, where you have to copy this. Let me open up a new P5.js. Okay. Oh, let's do the web editor, my bad. And I'm going to open up a kind of a pre-made one. There's a lot of code that you have to do to get this thing started. I did that all for you. So let's just do Snapchat. I'm going to go to the lab that I set up for you guys. This is the lab 3.4. And you'll see here that what I've done is I've added this right here. This is the ML5 library already added for you. Now, if you're wondering what that is, it's a lot of code. Check it out. So I'll show you what that code is. If you go to that, do you see all this? You see all this? This is a lot of code. And if you look, we're just at the top of it. There's a lot of code that you need to make machine learning work. I'll go through it super quick, but if you look, there are like hundreds of thousands of lines of pretty complex code here that makes machine learning happen. Luckily, we don't have to do any of that. They're giving it to us for free because I don't want to code this. Do you want to code this? No, you don't. None of us wants to code all that. Jeez. Ugh, let's stop looking at it. It's giving me a headache. We just get to get the result, which is, you'll see that it just pops out different points on our face. Now, all this code here is, I'll just say this is what detects, this is the ML5 function that detects those different points in your body. We need to get the video feed so that it can actually detect what it's seeing from the webcam. And over here, this is like the function that will actually generate like where all those things are on the canvas. Now, what you want to focus on here is line 27, where it says console log pose is 0. This is what we're all going to look at together. So let me show you something real quick. What is this machine learning algorithm actually doing? What it's doing is it just outputs where it predicts, based on the image, where these different things in your body are. So let me just show you one of these. So this is what it pops out. Let's actually zoom in. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Okay. Let's just go to done, and let's actually take a look at this. So if you look over here, this is what's popping out. This is what the ML5 is doing. What it does is it actually just gives you all of these things, your right wrist, right shoulder. You see all these body parts, and it tells you where it thinks the X and the Y coordinate of that thing is. So at the moment that it took this snapshot, it thought that my nose was at X 353, Y 212 on the canvas. Now, another interesting thing to note, it has this thing called confidence. These are all in decimals. It goes from 1 to 0. 1 means it's like 100% sure, and 0 means it's pretty unsure. It actually has no idea. This is saying it's 80% sure this is where my nose is. Now, let's look at another one where it says left ankle. Left ankle, it's 0.001, meaning it's pretty sure that it doesn't know that my ankle is here at this point, 432, 291. And that's because, well, let's go back here for a second. You'll see, you don't see my ankle. So it's pretty sure that it doesn't know where my ankle is, which is pretty good. And you'll see this thing is being produced over and over, 60 times per second. It's figuring out where all of those points are. That's some impressive stuff, right? Machine learning, 60 times per second, figuring out where all those points are. Now, how do we use it? That's the fun part. Well, with this list that we have here of all the different body parts, right? What we could do is use it to like put shapes where our nose, left wrist, left eye, where all that stuff is. And let me show you how it's done. Let's say I want to do this for my nose. What I would do is just come over here. Well, let's press play. I'm going to do that. Okay. And to get my nose, what I'm going to say is I'm going to say let nose equal, well, it's, yeah, nose equal poses 0 dot nose. And then let me press play here, make sure everything works. Okay, that looks good. And what I could do now is, since this is now saving the position of my nose in it, I'll go like this. I'm going to say ellipse. I'm going to say nose.x, nose.y. That's the x and y of my nose. And let's make it 20. And let's see if I get a circle on my nose. And you see here, I have a circle that follows my nose because it's going on the x and the y of where ML5 thinks my nose is. It's pretty good, right? Now let's make it red. So I'm going to say fill 255, 255, 0. And let's actually do stroke weight of 0 because I don't want that black line around it. And let's make this a little bit bigger so I get a nice big clown nose. Oops, I did yellow. I want that. All right, cool. So now I got it on my nose. Now that we can do that, I just want to say we could do this for any of these. We could put shapes on all of these things. So let's say I want to make a pair of glasses. What I could do is put one over my left eye. So where's my left eye? Over here. So what I do is just over here, I can say this, let left eye. I'm writing exactly like I see here, right? Left underscore eye equals poses, bracket 0, left underscore eye. And now once again, I could put an ellipse there, and I could say, what's it called? Left underscore I dot x, left underscore I dot y. And let's make this one a little bit bigger. Let's do 50. Let's see how that looks. Okay, see I have a big ball over that? Now let's see what if I did this. I'm going to say stroke weight 5, and let's make our fill 255, 255, 255, and let me make it a little clear so it kind of looks like an actual glasses now. And check it out. Oh, look at that. I have a monocle. Ooh, I have my monocle on. Isn't that so classy? And that's how it's done. Now, just so you know, if you wanted to, you can actually move things up and down. So let's say I thought my glass is a little high, right? Let's say I want to move it down a bit. What I could do is like add 20 to the Y and just move it down. Let's see how that looks. You see how it moves down a bit? Let's say I want to move it really high up, like far down, really far down. I'll do Y plus 0. So it's still following my eye, but it's 200 under it. So you're allowed to do those things to move things around. You can kind of add and subtract from those numbers. So I'll put it back to that. There we go. Now I have myself a monocle. So your job today is to make whatever you want, however you want it to look. Just use some shapes and do it along. Remember, you can do your ears. You could put some earrings on. Maybe you put a hat on there. You can put things on your shoulders like a parrot. I don't know. Be a pirate. But there's all sorts of fun you can do here to make your own Snapchat filter. All right, that's it for this lesson. Make some cool stuff. Peace out.